Diwali is fast approaching. We all are getting into kind of a celebration mode already. Environmental free Diwali, go green Diwali, and so on and so forth. Celebration, that's always there when it comes to Diwali. The dazzle has not diminished when it comes to Diwali, right? So, if I may ask most respectfully, why we behave the way we behave, why we like the things which we have been always liking, and why we have certain grudges and become grumpy towards certain people which we have been always. Why? Isn't it a kind of an algorithm, a pattern, right? A set pattern, a habit, or maybe it has become our instinct, the second nature, or whatever we can call it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, heuristics, the amygdala hijack. By then, during the caves, during the hunter age, we can understand. By then, it was very, very important and imperative, in fact. And the fight or the flight mode kind of a thing. Whenever we are thrown into certain kind of a danger when it comes to our life, life and death question. But then we have ample of time now, but still our brain behaves in the same way whenever we are thrown into certain kind of risk or maybe certain kind of a discomfort. So it's more of the irrational brain. I'm going to talk about that in one of the chapters which I'm going to highlight today in our book reading series. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this book reading series, and it gives me immense pleasure to today highlight about a wonderful book, a very, very small and very pocket book kind of a thing. I picked up this book 3 months ago at one of the airports, and this is Thinking in Algorithms by Albert Rutherford. Thinking in Algorithms. And he's talking about combine the human capacity with technical skills for an AI competitive world with the rise of chatbots, right? Okay, so as you know that I don't give a scary picture, a dirty picture or maybe a rosy picture, but I try to mirror out the reality as per my understanding, as per my perception, so that we can see the things as they are without any color, without any biases. I try my best with that, and that's what I call it as human intelligence, and which is in congruence with 𝗕𝗶𝘀𝗶cie. He says the highest form of human intelligence is to see the things as they are, right? Okay, so we'll get definitely into this. I'll run through the contents and the chapters of this book. It's just 7 chapters of this book, but let me talk about this Diwali. So Diwali reminds us, you and me, that don't seek light, be the light. Don't seek light, be the light. In fact, that's the cover page of my Facebook. Don't seek light, be the light. Because we are the light. Every bit and being is lit with the light. It's just a matter of seeing, not thinking, not imagining. For God's sake, seeing as it is, as they are. Yeah, and we can clearly see. As we see that when it comes to this flesh and bone, the body-mind world, this flesh and bone identity, the organic identity or the biological identity, whatever we are, and the psychological identity, whatever is fed in our brain and your heart, right from our childhood, we form those kind of identities, maybe multiple identities as per our jobs, as per our roles, as per our roles in personal as well as professional life. That's what we are. So this I is the most pseudo thing. It's not some fixed thing. There is nothing called concrete called I. This I is the most fleeting thing. And this Diwali, if you want to bomb something, then bomb this seemingly so-called crystallized concrete I, because it never exists. And if you ask me what this spirituality is about, this spirituality is about to seek something which we have never lost. To explore something which we have never lost. It's been there always, right? What's that been always? Is this space out of which we appear and we disappear, this infinite space which been always there. So what if we take over from body to this space and start living the properties of this space? And what are these properties of this space? What comes to my mind is, first of all, this pure presence, divine presence, yeah, and definitely selfless love, all-inclusiveness. It's definitely all-inclusive, yeah, and of course, fearlessness, egolessness, freedom. That's our nature. That's our nature. So what if we take this quantum leap, this Diwali, moving from a finite being to this infinite space, all-pervading space. Yeah, that's what this Diwali is about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when it comes to the difference between human intelligence and artificial intelligence, the machines, the algorithms, isn't it that, we talk about, I see the discussions going on that in the machines, I mean the ML, the machine learning, the AI, they are good at algorithms and they create the algorithms and the entirety of the advertisement world. They know, what kind of preference we have when we Google out something when it comes to purchases, whatever we want to have, and they keep on following us, and based on our patterns, whatever we choose there on net, they try to give us the most sophisticated products and services, and then we fall prey to their tactics, their strategy, and they not just keep us hooked on to patronize their product and services, but many times they enslave. Is it a kind of a slavery? Yeah. Is it a kind of a slavery? So the whole idea is, we think that the machines are fast. Definitely they are far efficient and fast, and within no time they can give us the output. They can give us the output. By the way, what's an algorithm? Algorithm in a layman's language, algorithm is something which is a set of steps, which are involved to perform certain tasks. Certain tasks, definitely with certain kind of instructions, certain kind of SOPs, the standard operating procedures, like stepwise, based on the inputs, and then it give the output in no time. That's what an algorithm is, right? That's what an algorithm is. So, for example, even when it comes to solving a simple mathematical equation, step 1, step 2, step 3, and we have certain reference indexes, and we have certain reference points, and this is what the answers and solutions are validated as per the reference point. Isn't it so? Yeah, A is equal to B, B is equal to C, therefore A is equal to C. But the wisdom lies in when the A, B, C are really equal. I doubt if they are really equal when it comes to the practical world, and if they are, then when they come together, what kind of magic they can co-create. Yeah, that's what we need to understand. What I'm trying to indicate, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is at that, with this wisdom that the biotech, we as human intelligence, and the infotech, I mean the AI, the machines, yeah. When the biotech and the infotech comes together, this fusion is going to create some kind of implosion, explosion of wisdom. And that has to be utilized in most compassionate way, constructive way, so that we can make this world, this planet Earth, this existence, a better place, not just for you and for me, for every being here on the existence. That's what the human intelligence is. If we keep on boasting that human intelligence is far superior than any other intelligence, at least when compared to certain birds and the animals and the other species, that's what. Thank God. Do you wonder why the AI is more efficient? Because it is not corrupted, aberrated with the virus of negativity, with ego. Ego is the biggest virus that hijacks your intelligence, that basic intelligence, which is why the machines are able to perform that task, because they don't delay the processing. They don't delay the processing. Their brain processing, I mean the AI, is so fast, because there is no scope of negativity. There is no virus of negativity. Here, the biggest virus is ego. Yeah, definitely the imaginations are always there. Yes, there are certain pros, so there are certain cons, and the pros are basically, yes, we can imagine, we can look at the bigger picture. Maybe the AI is working at the micro level, maybe the macro, and we are looking at the macro picture, yeah, and we have certain great emotions, which is why the advertisers and the algorithms exploit us, that we make an emotional decision when it comes to purchase of anything, when it comes to business decision, isn't it? And then we keep on justifying by the logics, right? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get into the book now. It's our 118th book in our book reading series, and this is Thinking in Algorithms by Albert Rutherford. And what this book is all about, let me tell you, and you will understand. This is about, what kind of algorithms, what kind of algorithms or the patterns, the behavioral traits we people have, and we keep on repeating, and which is why I say that, and I've been saying this, like many times, that are we not like machines? If you lack that consciousness, are we not like machines if you are mechanical? whatever we are doing, we are continuing to do the same thing without even applying our brains, that we are not, incurring gains, holistic gains, even when it comes to the health, isn't it? Are we not like a machine then? For example, we all know that smoking is not good for health, but we smoke. Yeah, alcohol is not good for health, but we consume. And then we say, come on, yaar, life is celebration, life is one, life is small, life is short, let's give your best shot. But why you want to make it shorter? The first chapter is Homo irrationalis. It's talking about how we behave irrationally. Yeah, irrationally. He has given us a few examples, very, very interesting example. For example, 100 rupees, some garment, and then the discount is going on. We tend to get carried away towards the discount. Or maybe that's, factory clearance kind of a thing, or maybe the apparels are little outdated or maybe old, but we get fascinated towards the discount, and we all understand, especially the business management professional, I mean the MBA grads, we all understand the different pricing strategies, isn't it that? Skimming, yeah, then what that? Bundle pricing, I mean combo, and then yeah, loss leadership pricing, different kinds of pricing. Well, not giving into the intricacies of the pricing. So he's talking about how we human beings behave irrationally, yeah, and we invite problems for us just in an ego drive, yeah. And one more example, very good example, he is talking about the relative advantage. And he says, for example, you are going to buy certain, say, electronic gadget, like little costly, maybe around 40,000-50,000, and the salesman gives you three variants, one is costing 30,000, another is 50,000, another is 80,000. So which you, as middle class person, will go for it? Of course, middle one, 50,000 वाला. ना 30 में जाएंगे, ना 80 में जाएंगे, 50 में जाएंगे. Because we know 30 may be having little inferior quality, and maybe 80 is too luxurious. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, 50 में मेरा काम चल रहा है, product ठीक है, me happy, my family happy, and काम चल रहा है, ठीक है जी. But they don't understand how these people fool us. Yeah. The second is Machina Sapiens. He's trying to talk about the machines and the human beings, how we can best use of the machines, the algorithms, yeah, and where machines teach humans, then predictions, dopamine, machines and humans. Yeah, dopamine, this is the fourth chapter he's talking about. That usually we think that dopamine is a reward chemical. Yeah, good, but it's also about the predictive analysis. If you predict something in which comes true, that kind of happiness you get, that's basically dopamine. We love to predict. So this book, when it comes to algorithm, it's definitely it's about predictive analysis. Predictive analysis. Yeah. Then algorithm design, the procrastination algorithm. Why we procrastinate? I think we all know that our brain, it wants to utilize the minimal energy and at least possible efforts, so that we want to get into autopilot. So this book is really good. But coming back to Diwali, you are the light. We all are the light. Wish you very happy Diwali. Take care. I love you all.